Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vol, and in this video we're having a look at how we can make simple cracks in architecture. So I've got this column that I'm using for a project, and I've been making some alternate versions of them, and all these are just the same column but with some added cracks just to add some little bits of variation so that they don't get boring to look at. And these cracks are generally really easy to make as long as you know a couple of quick and easy techniques and just the right order to do things in. Now this technique is going to be using just free tools, but if you're looking for something really fast and has a lot of nice options, Cracker from the guys that make one-click damage is a really nice tool. I'll put a link to a video of that in the description just so you can see what it can do. But that isn't really suitable in this project because it would cut all the way through the object. So let's take this basic column, I'm just going to Shift and D and bring this off to the side, and we'll just have a look at what we're doing. So what we'll do is we'll just add a crack to, let's say, these faces here. So I'm just going to go into edit mode and we're just going to use the knife tool. So I'm just going to click K, start on the edge, and then just do something like here and just do a lot of little variations going through that. So to look like a more natural looking crack. Then we're going to go into edge mode. I'm using machine tools for this pie menu. Just go into edge mode the way you normally would up here. If you don't have that, click and then control click along to the edge. And all we're going to do is control and B and bevel this out to add some width, whatever we want the overall width of our crack to be. Then, because this is all quads, we can just control and R and put an edge loop down the center. I'm going to move this down just a little bit here. We'll talk about why in a second. And then we're going to go into vertex mode, and I'm going to come from above. You'll notice that this is at a 45-degree angle, so this is going to cause us some issues, but we'll deal with them quickly later. So I'm just going to G and move that into somewhere there-ish. Now, if we come out of X-ray mode, the reason why I had that edge loop further down is for 3D printing. I'm going to 3D print this vertically in this direction. And what I don't want is that there to be an overhang that causes some problems with the 3D print. If I had this somewhere here, this is going to cause an issue because these are so near to flat to where the build plate is going to be, which would be somewhere here. So we don't want that. We want it to be relatively flat here, or it can be relatively flat here, a bit more of a gradual angle at the top. Okay, so let's deal with our issues. The biggest issue at the moment is that this face here has become bowed because of the way we moved this in. Now, if you're not working at a 45-degree angle like I am, if I just come from above, then this won't be a problem. But for me, it is. So we're going to deal with this in two ways. The first is that we're going to use Snap Base. So this comes with Blender, so it's free. Just hit GB, and then you'll be able to snap on that vertex. You just need to make sure vertex is selected here, or like me, you can select vertex and hold Shift and have multiple things selected. So GB, click on that vert, and then we're just going to hit whatever axis we want this to be in line in this instance it's the x-axis, and then click on one of those other verts, and that's going to sort this out perfectly. Now with this instance, that vertex here is going to be a little bit off, so I'm just going to click there, M, and then at last. So that's going to sort this out. We're going to have a nice looking sort of crack on that corner. The other way we could do this, if we've got machine tools, which is what I use for the pie menu, is I could click this vertex, Shift click there, Alt and A, and it's just going to align them. So either way works, whichever one you choose. And I think you'll agree that gives a really nice, slightly cracked effect. Do make your cracks possibly a little bit wider than you want to if this is for FDM printing, which is what my one is, but I'll leave that up to you and what you need. Now, I do want to show just one more thing, and that is if you want to have a crack that has multiple pathways to it. Let's see what I mean. So we'll just go K, and what I'm going to do is similar crack somewhere there, space, and then I'm going to K again, and I'm going to have another crack coming off there. Now, similar method for doing this, I'm going to click, control click there, control and B to bevel that one out, and then importantly, I'm going to click and not go to here, I need to come a slight bit further there, control and B, and then we've got this working, and then I can just control and R here, control and R here, and this will still work. Now what I need to make sure here is that when I click and go all the way to here, I unselect that edge there. So that's the important bit here. Now we're going to have to probably do this a bit more manually. I actually probably could have done the edge loop trick before, but we'll show this in a different way. So let's just G, move that back a bit, somewhere to there, and then come and have a look at this. And I'm just going to G and Z that down, to give us the same effect of this slightly longer edge there. Now, this is leaving us with a few more issues vertex-wise. So we've got this one here that's going to be a problem, and this one. So let's just do the same tricks again. So G, B, click there. This is going to be in the Y direction, so to there. And I'm going to select that vertex and that one there. So sometimes we get these overlapping faces, and just M and then at last. So that solved that problem. Yep, that looks okay. Now here can also be an issue. And if you look, this face here and this face here, this one's going to be okay actually. Though you can see we've got a single face that's being flexed. But we can see the way Blender's interpreting this with that edge that it's imagining just along that center line there. Whereas this one has got the edge in a horrible place. So we're going to fix these. We're going to go to vertex mode, click there and hit J. So that now puts our edge in the place we want it. And just to make sure this one's interpreted correctly, when we slice this, I'm going to do exactly the same thing there. And that's the way we want these to be. Now, if I wanted to, I could come there, M and then at last. And I could do the same thing there, M and then at last. And that will sort out some of the other issues with these cracks. Final one here to fix is this vertex. Once again, I'm just going to use machine tools, Alt and A, and then we've got that lined up. And look for any problems that we might have. For example, again, this face is looking a bit flexed, so is this one. So I'm just going to go into vertex mode, G, Z that down to somewhere there-ish. And that's actually mostly sorted that. I could, if I wanted to, bring that there, and then M, and then at last again, and again, possibly looks a little bit better. So there we go. There's our way of making these cracks in architecture. So really easy to do once you know the basic ideas of using the knife tool and then the edge loops. And it just gives a nice 3D printable effect that will make our buildings look just a bit older and more worn. If you found that useful, please hit that like button. It really helps spread the video around and it helps me out no end. And if you want to help any further, there's a link to the Patreon page in the description where for a few dollars a month you get these videos a week early, ad-free, and access to the channel Discord. Hope to see you in the next video and have a great day.